I know a lot of folks are hungry and they're just chomping to get out in that line. So let me just first introduce you to Janice Washington, our next speaker. Janice Washington oversees the statewide partnership between the U.S. Small Business Administration, 9 community college districts, and 1 nonprofit organization. She has been recently elected to serve on America's SBDC National Board as treasurer and represent Arizona on a national level. Washington's background features more than 30 years of broad business experience working with large corporations and small businesses, and she also is the one who knows about lunch. So please welcome Janice.
Good afternoon. They only gave me 5 minutes, and I noticed you mentioned lunch twice. So thank you very much for that. The Arizona Small Business Development Center Network is Arizona's largest, most accessible statewide source of small business assistance. We have 26 locations around the state, and that's my cue to show you our map for the SBDC. And we have 6 locations around the state for our PTAC, and Randy Kimmons mentioned his help in the partnership bringing that here. So we're very proud of that. It's an innovative partnership with the Small Business Administration, as he said, and we are an accredited organization. So those of you in education know what accreditation is all about. It's not quite as painful, but challenging nonetheless. Today, we also have all of our directors here. Like I said, they only gave me a few minutes, but I want to use some of my seconds to acknowledge our center directors. So would you guys quickly stand and be acknowledged, please? These are the people that make it happen, so I wanted to acknowledge them. Each center offers no-cost, confidential one-on-one counseling to Arizona businesses across the state. It doesn't matter if they're starting a business or they're an existing business trying to move to the next level. Education is key to a great beginning. Last year alone, more than 5,000 small business owners took advantage of our training. Over 3,000 business owners took advantage of our one-on-one counseling. We are connected with the community colleges primarily, and historically have been very much so. So when we talk about our small businesses, those are our students. Those are our students. The network is a great investment. In terms of the dollars that go into our program, we can show that sales are increasing, that new capital, as hard as it is to come by, is still happening. And for every workday, 8 jobs are being created or retained. Absolutely. In these tough economic times, those numbers really give a powerful message. But the work that we do has to be measured in a number of ways. I heard a number of people talk about SBDCs and their work and their partnerships, so thank you very much for those commercials, Tim's. But we measure for a reason, because we want to be able to tell our story in terms of objective numbers, success stories, and return on investment. In addition, you heard about the Arizona Procurement Technical Assistance Center. Everybody say PTAC? PTAC. That's our newest acronym that we want everybody to become very familiar with. And in the last couple of years, we had to, set up an office, hire some people, get implemented. And with all of that, they work with clients that had $15 million in contracts. So very, very excited about the successful launch of the PTAC. We also work with high-impact initiatives. We try to figure out, as a network, how can we add value to the economic development efforts going on around the state. We try to look for new ways that our business owners can generate economic impact. So tough times calls for innovation, shifting your paradigms, changing your way of thinking, and taking advantage of technology, and doing things today which were pretty far out of reach in the past, but they're in reach now. So international trade, we made a decision to support incubators around the state. Several of you have mentioned the Center for Entrepreneur. You know what? You should never have a retainer and try to talk about strategic or entrepreneurial and do it quickly so that people can have lunch. But anyway, so statewide incubators, we provide counseling and training support. We support veteran-owned businesses, so we have specific conferences dedicated to helping them. Targeted assistance for technology, which we've been able to use seed money to grow and develop established programs helping technology. And then guidance with procurement, which we do primarily through the PTAC. We work with a lot of businesses, and I just want to kind of highlight one of them. Guidance Aviation was recognized this year as the SBA National Small Business Person of the Year. John Stonecipher is the CEO of that. John could not be here due to death in the family that just came up. He was very disappointed, but he did send Dave here, and so you just stand to be recognized quickly. We're proud of our work with all of our clients, but this is a particular notch in the Arizona belt, because for the first time in the 50-year history of the SBA Small Business Week, we had a winner from Arizona, and then that winner was connected with the SBDC, and more particularly with the Yavapai SBDC. So that's pretty cool stuff. The other thing I like about our connection with John is that he's very vocal about that and the work that he got from Fred Kennedy, who's the SBDC analyst with the Yavapai SBDC, and he views it as a partnership, which is really what we do. The other additional neat thing about that partnership is that in 2006, Guidance partnered with Yavapai College, the host of the SBDC, to offer ground school portion of its training in a fully accredited program for Yavapai students. And then in 2009, the college created an Associate of Applied Science Professional Helicopter Pilot degree, and they chose Guidance to do that training. So we can't always do it that perfectly, but talk about a win-win-win scenario. The network is here with a comprehensive set of programs and services to guide and support local businesses. Today, we want you to explore the difference that we could make if we all decided to intentionally connect to support the success and sustainability of small businesses. We've seen some examples of how they do it in other areas, and that's good to see, but we need to show them what we can do in Arizona, right? So as you're enjoying lunch, think about what we can accomplish together, and afterwards we'll talk about it some more. So for now, Cafe Rio has catered our lunch, and it's being served right out in our north lobby, out of either door. Enjoy your lunch, and we'll come back in about 30 minutes. Thank you. So this truly is going to be a working eating lunch. So I know we had a little bit of snack, so just continue to eat. I also want to make sure that I say a special thank you to Dr. Bustamante, who's not in the room right now. Oh, there you are. We have been talking for a couple of years about doing something together between SBA, SBDC, and Rio, and today is a culmination of that, so I just want to give props to him one more time. Okay, so now comes to the really good stuff. At each table, there are community college administrators, an SBDC or PTAC director, a successful entrepreneur, and each of those groups are here intentionally. We wanted our entrepreneurs here to keep us honest, to help us come up with something practical, and we are very proud of them for making this investment in today's discussion. So I'd like to have them stand and be recognized, because as a small business owner, you really are making an investment. You're kind of paid to participate, so we really appreciate them. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. It's very important to have your input. And it's going to be pretty easy. We have 3 questions to ask you, and I think you have the questions there in front of you. What is already going on in your college, business, or community? What is working now that can be expanded or enhanced? And what would you like to do together, or what would you like to create together? Those are the questions that we want to ask. This isn't the end of the discussion. This is the beginning of the discussion, but we want to have this input with all this talent in the room today. The SBDC or PTAC directors will be the facilitators and the scribes at the table. And we want to draw upon the expertise of our entrepreneurs who are here, because we really want to do things that matter and that will be helpful to you. Our objective is to document whatever projects we come up, some tangible projects or initiatives that we can pursue and make happen. So this is an opportunity to be innovative and creative and just say it. We can sort out what's realistic and not later, but let's not do that screening right now. Let's just let the ideas flow. Again, what do you already have going on at your college or business or community? What is working now that can be expanded or enhanced? And what could you do or create if we worked better together? Okay, so I'd like for you to take about 30 minutes to do that. And with that, I'd like you to begin.